Ew, there's bugs and dirt out here. Just kidding. On day one, I had the notion to keep moving as quickly as possible and not take too much time with video. The wind has a habit of picking up once the sun comes up, and I wanted to avoid being windbound. I'm paddling a very stable two-person canoe, but it's not the fastest canoe on the water with me paddling and loaded with gear. As you'll see in a minute, the blue pack that I'm carrying is all my gear except food and cooking, which has its own pack. The small day pack is for fishing, camera gear, day travel food, water, and emergency supplies. For those of you who have been following my channel, you know that I've trained for this trip since March. Even so, I know that nature is much stronger than I am and is the boss of me. I take every precaution to remain safe and to protect my gear and the canoe. As it turns out, this will be one of the most deeply relaxing and challenging trips I have taken. I hope you enjoy it. It means so much to me that you take time out of your day to watch, comment, and give me a thumbs up or subscribe. Thank you so much, from my heart to yours. This canoe is headed that-a-way. Straight ahead, there's a pile of rocks and an opening in the woods. That's where I'm headed. It's my first portage from Sawbill into Alton Lake. Well, my canoe's ready to go. I'm at the other end of the Sawbill to Alton portage. I'm actually going to paddle in front of that island out there and go straight across and then just head south towards Beth Lake. I'm still getting my rhythm for taking the canoe and the packs over, so as soon as I get that rhythm down, and I really just want to get across Alton right now. That's the one that can get windy, and so here I go. Alton Lake. Right now I'm tucked behind an island just checking my map to make sure I don't overshoot the portage into Beth. It's getting pretty windy, but I've got a kayak paddle with me, so it's making it nice steady going for now. Check you later. I am at the portage between Alton and Beth Lake. Beautiful day for travel. Had southwest wind, so I was able to quarter the waves. Beautiful cedar. That is a lot of uphill, which is interesting with a canoe, but that's what my training is for. I hope it's enough. It's a pretty landing, and I'm actually hungry. I'm gonna have to take a break here. It's 140 rods. And for those of you that don't know, a rod is the length of my canoe, which is 16 feet long. So I only have to do that 140 times one way. I'm triple portaging, so I'll actually make 5 trips. So first I have to take the canoe out of the water and put it off to the side so someone else coming in can get their canoe in also. And I'll take a pack over just to see how the portage is, other than this initial steep hill, and we'll go from there. This is the portage from Alton into Beth Lake. People wonder if I'm afraid. It's like, not at all. The things that are on my mind are, how is this path for getting the canoe down safely and back? My packs feel fine. It's just a 16-foot canoe that's 39 pounds. Is a little awkward. It takes a lot of strength to lift it and carry it up Stone Hill. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. The favorite sight at the end of any portage is that first patch of blue that tells you you're seen at the lake. Pretty. Welcome to Beth Lake. So now I'm looking for a good place to drop my pack so that I don't have to pick it up and move it again except to put it in the canoe. And it looks like nothing too terrific anywhere. I am windbound at the portage into Beth Lake. The winds are due west, and that's the direction I'm going. You can tell by all the suds. Even if I could get my canoe in the water with all these rocks, I couldn't keep it from being bashed. And even if I could keep it from being bashed, I can't get out past that point. And even if I could get out past that point, I know that the first campsite is taken because I saw some people paddling like crazy to get across the lake to their campsite. So that means I'd have to go even further, and I know when I'm windbound, and today's the day. So I set up a tarp just because those clouds, it was supposed to be scattered thunderstorms possible. Just in case it does, I turn the canoe over and secure my PFD around the tree. When it starts to rain, I'll take it down, put my chair up, and there's actually a little sitting space underneath. And I'll go grab my canoe pack and sit under there if it rains. Wait for it to calm down, and then I will get out of here. Nice little respite on a beautiful day. This reminds me of when I was a little kid and I used to make forts underneath the dining room table. Now I have a little fort on the portage. Well, I've been windbound for about 3 hours, and my instinct tells me this is going to go on through the night. You can be windbound for a couple of days. I'm not allowed to camp on the portage. On the other hand, I can't get off the portage. I did find an area that would just barely fit my tent. It's in a fairly flat area, so I'm going to wait until the last possible moment to set up my tent and hopefully get out at the crack of dawn and keep going. So I came from here, went down here, and I'm right there. I was actually on Sawbill Lake over here. So I'm trying to get here, and then even if I get to a campsite here. Hello, I'm still under my tarp. I had to vacate for a while because there were some really giant mutant wasps that were inspecting my food bag, so I decided to let them do their inspection and then come back. I'm pretty bored. It was a pretty strenuous day, paddling into a wind and going over 140 rod portage 5 times. There was one couple that was here, and I couldn't believe they were going to paddle in that stuff. It's like, I know some really seasoned paddlers that wouldn't paddle in this, and they had a big dog too, so I'd be really tempted to set up my tent right now, but I'm going to give it another hour and set it up. I think it's been about 5 hours and I'm still waiting for the wind to die down. So still sitting on the portage. I can tell that it's about 6 o'clock. I'm really hungry, so for now I'm having dinner. It feels so awesome to be horizontal. That was a long day. I'm very careful not to let bugs in. But there's this one little critter that's been climbing on the inside. And I saw him flutter his wings. And he's so tiny, you won't be able to see him. And because I am so careful not to let them in, snuck in anyway. There, that's him. That is sneaky. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to pack the tent so I can get down at the landing by 5 and maybe, if not get out of here, at least be prepared to see if somebody coming through could help stabilize my canoe while I pack it and get some breakfast and so I can get out of here.